Hello guys, and welcome back once again to the Asian channel. And today we are going to talk about the new ZTQ-15 light tank was adopted by the Chinese Army and entered service in 2017. This tank is also commonly known as the Type 15. It is the successor to the Type 62 light tank that was retired from the Chinese Army in 2011 without proper replacement. The Chinese requirement could be for at least 300 new light tanks. The first military unit that received the ZTQ-15 is the 123rd Combined Arms Brigade, 75th Group Army Southern Theater Command. It's one of the PLA's elite units and considered to be one of Army's major amphibious units. As of 2022, a total of 250 ZTQ-15 light tanks were built. These are in service with the Chinese Army and Marines. The new tank weighs around 33 to 36 tons, depending on its armored configuration. Mobility and rapid redeployment is the key factor of this new tank. It is intended mainly for reconnaissance and infantry support operations. It can be airdropped and operate in areas such as mountains, jungles, and river regions that are not accessible to heavier China's main battle tanks such as the Type 96 and Type 99. This tank has a welded hull and turret. It's fitted with a modular add-on armor kit. It can use either passive composite armor or explosive reactive armor. Some areas of the hull and turret can be covered with cage armor, which provides protection against anti-tank rockets and anti-tank guided missiles. This tank has also got a passive protection system with a laser detector. This system triggers smoke grenade dischargers once the tank is illuminated by a laser beam. This system reduces the chance of being hit by laser-guided anti-tank missiles. This new Chinese tank is armed with a fully stabilized 105mm rifle gun. It is compatible with all standard NATO 105mm tank ammunition. The gun is an automatic ammunition loading system which allowed to reduce the crew to 3, driver, commander, and gunner. A smaller crew allowed it to reduce the overall dimension of the tank, make it a smaller target on the battlefield. The ZTQ-15 has an effective firing range of 3 kilometers. Its APF SDS round penetrates up to 500mm of armor. Such penetration capabilities are not sufficient to defeat modern main battle tanks over the front arc. However, this tank can also launch 105mm anti-tank guided missiles in the same manner as ordinary munitions. These extend the effective range to up to 5 kilometers and have a hit probability of over 90% against stationary targets. Furthermore, these missiles have tandem high-explosive anti-tank or heat warheads and pose serious threat to main battle tanks, and can even target low-flying helicopters. Also, the gun can launch ordinary high-explosive or HE and heat rounds for use against light armored vehicles, buildings, field fortifications, and infantry. A total of 38 rounds and missiles are carried out for the main gun. Spent cases are automatically ejected via a hatch at the rear of the turret. Secondary armament consists of a remotely controlled weapon station armed with a 12.7mm machine gun and 40mm automatic grenade launcher. There is also a Kochel 7.62mm machine gun. The new Chinese light tank has a modern fire control system. It includes laser rangefinder, ballistic computer, wind sensor, gunner's thermal sight, and commander's panoramic sight with thermal vision. Thermal vision allows to engage targets at night and during adverse weather conditions. This light tank has got a hunter-killer engagement capability which is present in all modern main battle tanks. The commander uses his panoramic sight to search for targets. Once the target is selected, the gun is laid on the target automatically and the gunner completes all the aiming and firing process. During that time, commander looks for the next target. The ZTQ-15 tank is fitted with a navigation, satellite communication, and battlefield management systems. This new Chinese tank is powered by a turbocharged diesel engine, developing 1,000 horsepower. The engine is mounted at the rear of the hull. It is matched to a fully automatic transmission. It has got a hydro-pneumatic suspension with adjustable ground clearance. The tank comes with steel tracks that can be optionally fitted with rubber pads. Due to its lightweight, the new tank is much more mobile than heavier main battle tanks. It can operate at high altitudes where air becomes thin and engines start to lose power. For example, the Indian T-72 and T-90 main battle tanks cannot go high into the mountains. So in the mountains, the new Chinese tank should not enter any heavily armored opponents. The maximum range on full fuel is 450 kilometers, though it can be extended by mounting external fuel tanks. It has a maximum speed of 70 kilometers. This new tank is air transportable. It can be airlifted by military cargo aircraft. Also, this tank can be paradropped. It is comparable to other airborne tanks such as the US M8 Buford, which did not enter service, and the Russian Sprut ST, which is in service in small numbers. Development of this new light tank shows the high level of resources China is devoting towards its rapid deployment and offensive capabilities. The tank is not amphibious, so the Chinese Marines operate a ZBT-2000 amphibious light tank that was specially designed for high-speed swimming and is also armed with a 105mm gun. PT-5 is an export version of the ZTQ-15. In 2020, Bangladesh became the first customer of this tank. A total of 44 tanks were ordered. Deliveries began in 2020. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you want more topics like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you soon.